So many things I want to talk to you about, and let's start with pitching, I guess, because you've become the person that the coaches really rely on. You've become known as the ace of the staff. How do you feel about that in your second year?
I last year coming off after Shelby Monroe, I had a lot of learning from her that she taught me coming into this year, and just being thrown in, I was kind of like, oh my gosh, that's actually, I'm having to step up and play her role, and so it's big shoes to fill, but I know that our staff is really loaded, and I have trust in the rest of the girls if I end up doing bad that game or something.
Well, what did Shelby teach you? What did you pick up from her?
Just to push through each game and know that every inning is very important and each batter is important, and you can't give off a bad pitch to one batter, or else it can tumble off into something bad. But
well, this year you're pitching pretty much only. Last year, though, not only did you have to contribute to the pitching staff, but you played third base an awful lot with Kelsey Morgan being hurt. So this year, is it easier to focus just on pitching? Do you miss playing in the field? How is this year compared to last year?
Yeah, last year I knew as soon as I was pulled from pitching, I had to switch that mindset and move on to third base. But I kind of knowing that I was going to go play another position and take my mind off pitching.
Yeah.
Whereas now if I struggle with pitching, that's the only thing that I'm struggling with. But I just adjusting to that mindset, I guess, has been a struggle, but I'm getting over it.
The games you're not pitching, the innings you're not pitching, is it tough to just be in the dugout?
No, I like to cheer on my teammates. I know that Coach has those girls out there for a reason, and that they are going to perform really well, so I'm not too bummed when I'm sitting, but it's...
Pitchers only, especially in baseball, they always think they're great hitters. Do you miss the hitting?
Yeah, he's got me in there sometimes, but my hitting is so up and down.
Right.
So I know he could trust other girls more than my
Sure.
bats here and there.
I think people watching this have become quickly aware that you're a very team-centered person, very unselfish, and that's been my impression too through the year and a half. Where did you learn that? Where did that come from?
I don't know. I guess I was just, my parents taught me to just not be self-centered and put people before you, and obviously throughout playing softball, I've learned to be a teammate, and just being able to work with other people and making sure that they're ahead of myself.
Right. Well, it's a very admirable trait. It's really nice. You have a sister that plays at Emporia State. You told me you think she's going to redshirt. They were supposed to be here last week and got rained out. Tell me about your sister and how competitive are the two of you?
Well, in high school, we're always together, and so we never played against each other, so there wasn't that competitiveness. But now that we're on separate teams, we kind of have a little, see how this game goes. But since we didn't play last week, I can't brag to her about how good we are.
And do you have a brother also? Is that right? And what does he do?
I've got two brothers.
Two, okay.
The older of the two, he's a junior in high school. He plays baseball and wrestles. Okay. And then the younger one is in 8th grade, and he's a wrestler.
Okay, all right.
So
at Jewel, it's tough to be a student and an athlete. We all know that, and softball takes a lot of your time. What are you studying, and what do you want to do with your degree?
Right now, I'm doing business administration with a minor in entrepreneurial leadership. I've really enjoyed the creative side of business, so the financial and accounting and economics is not mine. But
safe to say you're kind of a big picture person when it comes to business?
Yeah. So I'm planning on doing some internships and looking into those for summertime, and maybe that can guide me into where I want to go.
Entrepreneurial business, that's a big phrase. Yeah. Do you have any idea what you'd like to do specifically?
Marketing seems to stand out to me, but I haven't really done much with it, so I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. Right. But just that creative side, I guess, is more where I come from.
Yeah. On a day-to-day basis, like we said, Jewel certainly challenging academically, athletically, being a Division II player. Not very many people rise to that level. But at the end of the day, how do you know you're successful?
I think just knowing that I made it to college. I don't know. That's a hard question.
It is a hard question. Have you thought about it, though? And what are your thoughts on that?
Just knowing that I'm here, I guess, and that I've got people behind me that push me every day to be better. So, I don't know.
Yeah. You know what? Those are one of the questions that you may come into focus a little bit in the next 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Hey, we wish you the best throughout the season. It's been wonderful watching you pitch both last year and especially this year, because you are the lead pony in the show when it comes to pitching, and a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. So we can wish you continued success.
Thank you very much.
Anna Biondo has been our guest, and we'll be back with the first pitch of the game today after this.